There's so much fraud when you look into it. I'm like, I don't trust shit. Look into it.
We don't have that. There's a serious fraud going on right now in every space agency worldwide.
Mark Cameron. This is from Mark Cameron.
Whilst in space, have you ever looked away from Earth into the black void?
Yeah. Because you can see. Because you can see the stars.
Oh yeah.
You know, and pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon.
The sky is a deep black when viewed from the moon.
And the cool thing is about it, you can see it during the day.
The sunlight washes out all the starlight, so you can't see any stars, just like here on Earth.
Yeah, you can, and there's more than stars. You can see planets. You can see moons.
You see the gas Magellan clouds of the Milky Way galaxy. Pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
Then when you look out into deep space away from the sun, it's the darkest black you can imagine.
And the most frightening darkness that you could ever imagine.
Pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
The sky, of course, was black, but it had sort of a velvet sheen to it.
The biggest visual surprise was just how black the sky was. You have a brilliant sun, brighter than any sun you normally would see, even here in New Mexico. You have these extraordinarily high mountains. We were in a valley deeper than the Grand Canyon. But then you have this black sky, a sky blacker than black, as the old Vidicon expression used to be.
There's all the stars there, and the cool thing is about it, you can see it during the day.
I've often tried to explain the difference between darkness, when you turn out the lights and it's dark in here, or blackness. Blackness is the endlessness of it all. It's hard to...
Looking to maintain station as an orbiting laboratory, but we're also really pushing the boundaries in terms of where we're going forward with exploration. I think humans are naturally driven to do this, and this is really the beginning, I think, of human beings leaving low Earth orbit.
12 astronauts on the moon, brought them back safely. We're talking about going again today. And what NASA will admit if you probe a little bit is that we've lost much of the knowledge from the original Apollo missions. In fact, we could not go to the moon today if we had to. Specifically, we've lost the knowledge of how to build the Saturn V rocket. The engineers who built that rocket were retired out of NASA in the 90s, and we've lost the blueprints. No kidding.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
If you'd like, look at pictures from space, where you see the Earth as a sphere. Those pictures are not fake. If you want to get into it, the Earth isn't quite a sphere.
Scientists are wrong all the time.
It is photoshopped, but it's has to be.
It's a little its spin is a little stretched. It made it slightly oblate.
In a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.